Good morning. We're going to our church for the first time that burned down. Rebuilt.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Go church.
So, we have a funny, quick story. What is that nonsense? No, see, there's no volume. I'm not a volume person. None of that nonsense. I'm not from the 80s. Now I just look bald. Thank you. What is this nonsense? Okay, so last night. What are you doing? So last night. How did it even start? I was like talking about Ben Platt. Oh, and then she goes, okay, can you stop doing weird things?
I'm fixing my top.
You're doing weird things. So then she was like, oh, isn't his dad like a Broadway producer or something? I was like, yeah, I think his name's Mark. And then I start Googling his name.
No, and I said, I'm assuming it's Mark Platt.
I'm like, no. And then I Google it, I'm like, oh yeah, Mark Platt. I was so confident for some reason that his dad's last name was not Platt. I don't know why. No, clearly it's not Mark Platt. Why would his last name be Platt? It is.
Why wouldn't his last name be Platt?
I had it in my mind that it wasn't. I don't know why. So, we're going back to church. So exciting.
But wait, tell them we've been going online all this time.
Oh yeah, we've been going online, but we're going in person to the actual church this time. I did a whole video, if you want to go watch it, of the story of my church burning down. Tragic. And
it was tragic.
like literally just fuels my hatred for like dumb teenage boys.
Because that's who it was.
Mm-hmm. So if you want to go learn the story of my church burning down, just search on my channel for my church burned down. Hi, I am here to tell you my latest drama. Okay, so tomorrow, are you laughing at me?
Yes, I am.
Tomorrow, I'm going to a Bible study at my rebuilt church that had previously burned down in a fire because of dumb teenage boys. So anyways, here's my issue. So, I was like, I will come to this thing, but I don't want to answer any questions. I don't want to have to read anything out loud because I know that happens because my parents have been going to this Bible study like months ago online. So I know that these things occur. And I already, like, okay. Already this is stressful because I have to, like, go somewhere and, like, interact with people and, like, whatever. But I'm like, I'm not gonna make it if my pastor starts being like, read this to me. Answer this question. I don't know anything. So, my mother Facebook messaged him and was like, hey, like, don't ask Kylie any questions because she's very nervous and whatever. And so his response was, I'll let her get acclimated. I need him to know I will never be acclimated and I will never be ready to answer anything or read anything out loud. So I was like, if he tries to do any of this to me, I'm literally, like, gonna get up and go to the bathroom and cry and have a panic attack and he will never see me ever again. I just won't ever come ever again. And that'll be the end of that. So I'm already freaking out over this thing because I guarantee you this is going to happen at some point. Literally, 100%.
Our pastor isn't some scary man. He's like the nicest guy ever who you have actually messaged yourself.
Yes, I did.
So
maybe I'll message him and be like, hey, don't ask me anything ever because I will have a panic attack. Thanks, bye, love you. You know what?
You're too much.
My therapist said that I am allowed to play the what if game as much as I want because it makes me feel better. And she's in full support of that.
Because for what it's worth, go to this.
I volunteered to go to this, but if something happens, then I can just undecide that.
So it's not like we're trying to make you go to this or anything. You want to go.
Yes, I want to go and not be asked anything. I just want to sit there and be an observer.
I don't see why you can't do that.
Because here's why.
Bum, bum, bum.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a story. Are you ready?
I do not want to hear a story. No, thank you.
No, people love story times. Are you ready?
You tell your people.
No, I got to tell you because then so that you understand. Okay? She calls me the dramatic one. So, once upon a time, I was on a VN weekend. And I was at a team meeting. And you know how we do critiques?
Yes.
So, someone that I don't like anymore, who unfriended me on Facebook, that should tell you who the heck this is, this was like my first team, because you weren't there, because you made me do my first team all by myself, made me read the critique sheet out loud in front of everybody. And she made me uncomfortable. Because she's a jerk, but also because people have it in their minds that they want to help you grow as a person. No, thank you. I will grow at my own speed. That's why. Because I feel like he's going to try to help me grow as a person and try to, like, you know? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying?
What horrible
I know! Like, knock it off! Ready? Here's another great example. I forget whose weekend this was. But you and Dad also took part in this as well. They did not get a lot of volunteer people. And they originally wanted me to be an ox. And I was like, great. But then they couldn't get anybody to do the meditation. So I got peer pressured into giving this stupid meditation by you and Dad also, because you were like, oh, you're always an ox, you should give a meditation, do it, see if you like it, it'll help you grow as a person, you want to be always growing, blah, blah, blah. So,
horrible parents.
and then I had to be a freaking table leader as well, which I hate.
Kylie.
It's all about people always trying to pressure you to grow, and I am not interested.
If I could go back in time, I would immediately give you up for adoption and find a little person in a cave someplace far, far away that would keep you in the little cave safe and sound for the rest of
Do you
your
guys
life.
hear this? Do you hear this? You know what?
Kylie,
You know what? If you had put me up for adoption, maybe I could have been adopted with Mike Feist.
See? Now we'll never know.
Now we'll never know. I filmed the Get to Know Me tag the other day, and I was telling people how, like, I forget what the question was, but I was going on this whole rant of how I hate when people try to peer pressure me into doing stuff. And I literally told the story from VN of how I got peer pressured into giving a talk, and I was like, now I hate you all because you pressured me into giving this talk, which I didn't want to do, which I hated. And so I was telling them, I did it, I hated it, and now I'm never doing it again. And now I hate all you people as a result for trying to peer pressure me into doing this. Because when people try to peer pressure me into doing stuff, I lose respect for them because I feel like they're trying to bully me into doing something, and that's not nice.
You know what? See, this is the difference between your generation and my generation. My parents bullied and pressured me into playing softball because they thought I should play a sport. So you know what? I played softball. I was good at it. When the season was over, I said, there, I played it. I don't like it. I don't want to do it
See,
anymore.
that's what I did. I gave the frickin' talk. I hated every second of it. And then now I can say, I did it, I hated it, I'm never doing it again.
But I did not turn it into a traumatic, dramatic experience.
That's...
I had to rake my parents over the coals for.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
moved on.
Pause.
Just moved on.
Pause. That's not... Okay, first of all, your generation raised my generation, so that's on you. Second Second of all, see, I love to throw that at her because she always complains about my generation, and I'm like, your generation raised us. Blame yourselves. Second of all, I'm a YouTuber, and YouTubers are expected to be dramatic. Third of all, I have anxiety, so it was a traumatic thing. Thank you very much. So, moral of the story. If you try to peer pressure me into doing something, I will not like you. So, that's today's drama. Comment your thoughts down below. Okay, new drama. Okay, ready? So, this has to do with my kidney, which has been hurting on and off for like 2 weeks now. So, I email my kidney doctor like a good enough amount of times that he like knows who I am. And
yeah, they're on a first name basis with one another.
no, we're on a first initial basis with each other. So, me writing an email to him. I don't know if you're aware of this. There's this thing that can happen. Like, you're a doctor, so you might know this. There's this thing that...
I bet he doesn't know this.
No. There's this thing that can happen where, like, I don't know what causes this, but I've seen this in, like, movies and TV shows. Something happens and somebody can't breathe, and then you need to take a needle and stab their chest to let the air out so they can breathe. That's, like, a thing. And whenever my kidney hurts, it feels like I need to stab my kidney with, like, a needle to let the pressure out, because, it's building up pressure. So, just so you know, there's this condition that I have where it feels like I need to do that to my kidney. So if you could like prescribe me a needle to stab my kidney with for these times, that would be great.
Love.
Love, Kylie.